So put this into perspective. Say this is your wife. Y'all married for 10 plus years. You said your vow to this woman. Y'all acknowledge that you would never cheat on each other. You would never do each other dirty. Just to find out on this night, she crossed the line. So this lady, I don't know who she is. All I know is that she's married and she went to an Usher concert. There's nothing wrong with going to an Usher concert. Don't get me wrong. It's what she did while she was attending the Usher concert. This thing she did is crossing the line. If that was my wife, I would have done the same thing her husband did. So I know y'all like, what did her husband do? We gonna get to that. Hold up. So fellas, say your wife come up to you, right? And she's like, hey, I want to go to an Usher concert. Can you buy me tickets? You being the great husband you are, you like, yeah, I got you, babe. She like, oh, I love you so much. That's why I married you. You say, I love you too. Who you going with? She say, oh, just me and my home girl. You like, okay, cool. Now you have recently seen concerts that Usher did before. So you ask your wife, hey, where do you want to sit? She say she want to sit in the danger zone. The danger zone is the spot where Usher walks through. The reason I say danger zone is because if you got a girl or a wife and they sitting in that section, they better be ready to get fed a cherry if he comes to you. So you ask her, why do you want to sit there? You know that's the spot where he get the cherries. She like, oh, I just want to see him better. That's my idol. You like, that's a valid reason. He asks you, why? You don't want me to sit right there? You got a problem with that? You like, nah, you can sit right there. But don't think about getting no cherry. She say, oh, that's what you think of me? You think I'm one of them women that will sit there and get a cherry? Like, nah, I'm not saying. I'm just saying that spot is usually where the women sit that want a cherry. You like, I wouldn't do that to you. Like, who do you think I am? You know how women be. Anyway, she goes, and this is her. That's her homegirl. Usher feeds certain women cherries or whatever. Then he makes his way to you. He stops at you, and instead of you declining to get fed that cherry, you take it out of his hand with your mouth sexually while your homegirl records and cheer you on. Now that's not even the worst part, y'all. After he feeds that cherry, he starts to sing to her and let her sing, and then he seduces her, y'all. So that's your wife now, the one you said your vows to, the one she said she loved you, you loved her, you death to death do you part or whatever. Y'all will never do each other dirty. But that night, all of that went out the window because she definitely did him dirty. When Usher was seducing her, I swear, when I read her lips, it was something like she said, I will fuck this shit out you, or I'm ready to risk it all. And it's always the homegirl that cheer you on. I seen a lot of people defending her like, it's a once in a lifetime thing, and it's Usher. It ain't like it's going to lead to something. It sure is going to lead to something, a divorce. But anyway, she gets seduced, she get fed a cherry, ready to risk it all to Usher, knowing he really don't want her, but the whole world is seeing this. So she comes home after the show, and she's singing this song, and you see her, and you like, how was the Usher concert? I loved it. I loved everything about it. It was so fun. It was magical. It was blah, blah. I said, oh, for real? She said, yes, I really loved it, and thank you for buying me the tickets or whatever. So you ask her, oh, did you see him feed cherries to girls? And she like, yeah, he didn't feed none to me though. You like, I didn't ask her that. You go, oh, he just walked past you? She said, yeah. Like I said, I wouldn't have took it anyway. You ain't think none of it. You go on your phone, on Instagram, you scrolling, and you see little clips from Usher's concert the night your wife went. And then you happen to see the video of Usher feeding cherries to all the women, and then you see your wife eating a cherry. Red flag. Then you proceeded to see her get seduced by this man and say she wanna him. What would you do? I would have done the same thing he did, which was divorced her ass. Y'all, he definitely divorced her ass. And what made it so bad was she lied. And then she did this on live TV in front of everybody. Your wife. People talking about he did too much. No, he didn't. That's embarrassing. That's my chick. I wouldn't want to see that either. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments.